Okay, so to answer part C, x equals 8, and finding the slope on that, you would be better off relying on the graph. So let me do an example problem, and then you'll see how you do part C. So if I have something like x equals 3, right? Then I'm going to look at the x-axis, go to 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to actually draw a line that goes up and down. The reason why it goes up and down, sorry that's not too straight, but you get the point that it's just a straight line up and down. But the reason why it goes up and down is if I pick a value like y equals, we'll say 3. If I try to look for somewhere to plug it in to this problem right here, x equals 3, there's no spot for y equals 3 to plug in here. So since there's no spot, that means that no matter what y value I pick, so I can pick any y value I want, it is always going to hit x equals 3, since there's nowhere to plug it in. Okay. Now, in order to understand what the slope is on this, I'm going to pick 2 points. So we'll pick 3, 0. So let's do 3, 0. And we'll pick 3, 3. Right? Now we know that slope is equal to your rise over your run. So what's your rise on this one? So my rise is going up 1, 2, 3. What's your run? Well, I can't go over it anymore, right? So it's actually, my run is 0. Now, does it make sense if I say you have 3 slices of pizza out of 0 slices possible? No, that doesn't make sense. So when you have something like that where there's a 0 on the bottom of a fraction, so I could even put 10 over 0, that still doesn't make sense. Your slope is actually undefined. So now to go back to this problem, let me zoom out. To go back to x equals 8, all I need to do is that's saying that no matter what y value I pick, x is always going to be 8. So my graph would be scrolling over here. Give me a second, I gotta erase it. So if I look at this one, I would have to, since I couldn't find out a way to erase it, let's use red. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my 8 is right there, and we're graphing x equals 8 right now. So no matter what y value I pick, 8 is going to be your answer. And that's why it makes this line that goes up and down, this vertical line. So now looking at the same thing, if I pick, we'll pick points that are really close to each other so we're not spending too long. So what's my rise here? My rise is 1. What's my run? I can't do a run, so it's 0. So your slope is actually undefined. Again, no matter what you pick, I could pick x equals 100. Your slope will still be undefined, just because there's no way you can do a run on your slope. Okay, to do this problem, number 7, you gotta plot these points A, B, and C, and connect them to form triangle ABC. So before we go to A and B, we're gonna actually just plot the points. So you're gonna have to make your graph first. Okay, so now I created the XY coordinate, and I just have to plot the points. So point A is at -4, -4 is right here, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so right there is point A, and now B is -1, -5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and C is 6, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so now all we have to do is connect these here, connect them here, and connect it here. Sorry, it's not straight, but you get the point, it's a triangle. So now, going to part A, Let's read that. Create a new triangle, triangle A prime, B prime, C prime by doing the following. Add 7 to each coordinate of A, B, and C, and subtract 3 from each Y coordinate. So over here, we're going to add 7 to each X coordinate. So easiest way is, let's write add 7 to each X coordinate on each X, and subtract 3 from each Y. So subtract 3, subtract 3, subtract 3. After you solve each one of these, you'll have your new coordinates, then you plot it, and I'll give you a new triangle. So this is going to be 3 here, 3, it's not writing, 3 and 5. Man. Okay, so I skipped ahead, and now we have all 3 coordinates by adding and subtracting, and we just need to plot. So plot this over here, and I'm going to pause it, and you'll see them plotted after this. Okay, so I have the 3 coordinates plotted, and now I just connect them, and we have our new triangle. So this is triangle A prime, B prime, and C prime. And we started with triangle A, B, and C. Now go to part C, and it says, looking at this, what is your transformation? So which transformation is it, if it is any of them? So your transformations are translation, reflection, and rotation. So looking at this, all we did was slide it. When we slide it, that is a translation. So algebraically, if I add or if I subtract from the coordinates, that's going to be a translation.